Welcome back, New Classics, Comic Corner Classics as Non-Classics. This is episode 1207, Doubleshot number 1001. Yep, actually 1101. Yep, this one is discussing the second and third trades for JMS's run for Thor. First up, Volume 2, which contains issues 7 to 12 and issue 600. Yep, this is more world building in here. Yep, it also has it where we build up a relationship between Bill. Yeah, he was a character that JMS introduced in this run, though he kills him off at the end of his run, probably because the succeeding writer to go over after him, Karen Gilly, had no plans for him. Yeah, also, they sort of consummate his relationship with Kita, which, yeah, then he basically, well, they also revives Lady Sif. She was actually the last one to revive in here. We also have Donald Blake appears in here. Yeah, where he reunites with Jane Foster. Yep. And also JMS does something that he probably should have done, where Don Blake and Thor have been separated, so Don Blake can no longer turn into Thor anymore. Yep. They resolved that by the end of the run. And 600 does something that completely unexpected happening, where basically Thor's grandfather, Bor, the father of Odin and, well, the god of fear, from fear itself, Thor fights him, and he basically demands, "Avengers assemble!" hoping his friends will show up. Nope. Oh boy. This happens in the epic 600 issue. Yeah, and also when Loki visits his daughter in Niflheim, her home, he turns back into a guy after being a woman all this time. Yeah, after being a woman for a little over a year, she turns back. Yep. Oh yeah, and what does he see? Yeah, when he calls Avengers Assemble, and well, this is what he says. No. This is an outrage. This is blasphemy. Who shows up? The Dark Avengers. Daken, Moonstone, who's posed as Marvel. Doc is posed as his father, Wolverine. Norman Osborn, aka Iron Patriot. Hawkeye, aka Bullseye. And Captain Marvel, aka Marvel Boy. Yep. By the way, this is probably for Marvel Boy's one of his 2 appearances he made outside of Dark Avengers, where he was part of the lineup before he quit because he found out the whole lineup was basically made up of. Also, we also have Spider-Man appears here. You're probably thinking, wait, is that Peter Parker? Nope, that's Mark Gargan, aka, well, that's the Scorpion, who at this point was the Venom symbiote host. Yep, at the end of the issue, Thor kills his grandfather, and he gets exiled. Yep, he gets exiled. And, well, Boulder, who's revealed to be a son of Odin, yeah, he pretty much banishes him. Yep. And the banishment doesn't last very long. It actually ends with the succeeding writer. Yep. And by the end of the run, yeah, Bill himself gets killed when he tries to fight. Now, basically, Kita, a woman he basically has fallen for, he pretty much basically follows her straight to Asgard, and he just lives with her. And she has no problem with it. And Boulder himself has got no problem with either. And they're together for, this is Volume 3, which is the finale for this run. He lives with her for about 3 issues, and then by the 3rd issue, he's killed by Doctor Doom's forces. Yeah, he knows about Doctor Doom because why the heck not? So yeah, with Thor banished from his own home, he spends the next several issues basically wandering on his own. Yeah, this is when he gets separated from Donald Blake. Yeah, also, Donald Blake reunites with Jane Foster for the first time since Volume 2. Actually, no, this is the first time he's run into her since the 70s. Yep, where it's really, she did get married, but she got divorced. And apparently, filing for divorce for no reason apparently justifies losing custody of your own child. Okay, that is actually quite stupid. I'm not sure why JMS wrote that for, but he did. Yep, and then, of course, this trade here contains the last 3 issues of his run, 601 to 603, and the Thor giant-size finale, which all this is just a one-shot that ends JMS's run for the book. Mm-hmm. Yep. All in all, this was an absolute fun book to reread again. Now, this is the first time I read these issues in quite some time. Yeah, I haven't read these issues in about a little over 10 years. Even though I pretty much caught up with the Thor series about 5 years ago. But yeah, great books. I give both books roughly a 9.5 out of 10 fantastic stuff. Final thoughts on JMS's run. Yeah, this was a pretty short run. Here's something quite strange. I initially thought, though, that he left at 600. No, he actually stayed on for a few more issues. Yeah, he stayed on for about 3 more issues and did a one-shot, and that was it. Yeah, from what I initially heard, when these issues were coming out, yeah, initially 600 was going to be a 13th issue, but they decided to renumber to 600 because they had reached a number. And by the way, when this issue came out, it actually came out the same time, same year, as Amazing Spider-Man 600, Incredible Hulk 600, and Amazing Spider-Man 600. Yeah, as a matter of fact, this book came out the same month as Captain America 600, and Hulk 600 came out the same month as Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah. It's not surprising, though. And here's something interesting, though. This issue came out in 2009. Yeah, the 7th issue came out in 2017, 8 years later. The reason, now, for some books, that's perfectly understandable. In the case of Spider-Man, he came out with his 700 issue 3 years after that. The reason? Because the fact the issues are coming out twice a month at that point. Actually, about three times a month, then twice a month. Yeah. But JMS himself did a great job with the book. Though, in case you're wondering, okay, did he do any other book after this at Marvel? No, he jumped ship to DC. Which, as far as I've heard, he's still there today. I mean, he's been there for over a decade. I mean, what is done for DC? Well, he was given Superman and Wonder Woman, which with both those two books, he decided to, for Superman, have it where he did a 15-issue storyline, which he did not finish, by the way. Yeah, he left halfway through. Yeah, where Superman was basically wandering across the country for about a year before he headed back to the country. Though apparently going across the country, and he apparently was doing a zigzag pattern, basically took a matter of months, which normally walk across the country would take no more than probably about even shorter than that. Wonder Woman, he decided to reboot her for some reason. Don't know why, but he did. It was part of a story called Wonder Woman Odyssey. Now, in case you're curious, though, why did he leave those books after, like, halfway through? The reason? Because he was given a task to write Superman Earth 1, which is really, really good. It's produced 3 volumes. I think the last one came out 4 years ago, I think it was. I think I reviewed all 3 volumes. It's a damn good storyline. Though, here's some interesting... I think that Bendis may take inspiration from Earth 1, where that this one alien was responsible for the destruction of Krypton, not being natural cause like it was originally. Yeah. But JMS did a really good job with writing Thor. And here's something trained by sheer coincidence. He started this run not long after he wrapped up his run for Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, and he didn't do a lot of books for Marvel. Aside from this Amazing Spider-Man, he also did Fantastic Four, and I'm trying to think what other books he did. Yeah, a good amount of books for Marvel. He was at Marvel for quite some time. Yeah, he came on to Amazing Spider-Man in like 2001, about a couple years, a little over 2 years into the second volume for the run, before he decided to leave because of One More Day. Now, people don't blame him for that book. Oh no. People blame Joe Quesada for that awful book. Which, yeah, he takes full blame for that book. Though he felt as though he was justified, despite the fact the guy is an idiot. JMS is not. Now, when people think of JMS, what's usually the first thing you think of when you think of this guy? Babylon 5. Yep. And who knew the guy who created Babylon 5 would be a successful comic writer? Yeah. Because that's kind of the strange thing comes to big companies like Marvel and DC. They insist on recruiting TV writers to write their comic books instead of doing it the old-fashioned way by basically recruiting people at college or something like that. Yep. But yeah, not much else to say about the 2 Thor books by JMS. And his run is overall really good. And if you want to get a start, basically, for Thor, basically, I do recommend starting JMS's run, but you probably have to been reading a lot of Thor comic books. Yep. But since JMS's run is done, There's technically 2 runs left between this run and Jason Aaron left before I conclude. I can definitely say I reviewed pretty much everything that come out for Thor since 2007. What's next? Karen Gillian's run, which there is a tray on a website I'm going to read where that contains his whole run. I'm reviewing that plus 1 tray from here. Yep. I'll probably done later. Probably next few days, maybe. But yeah, in case you're wondering, that's it for single view. My next view may not happen tonight. I'll probably start the next series and start tomorrow. Yeah, I expect to see my first view from Monster Musume tomorrow because I'm probably just going to just do a little more Naruto shit before I start that series. Okay? See you next video. Bye.